It was pouring when I texted my aloof boss, who was away on business. It's raining really hard. Is it big where you are? Because of bad reception, the first message didn't go through. After a pause, he replied, "Want to see?" I was lounging on the couch, with my legs crossed, watching TV, when my phone buzzed. Jason Smith, my boss, sent a WeChat. "Deliver the contract to the Levant Hotel in City A before 3. Expressionless. I glanced at the sheets of rain outside, then tossed my phone onto the coffee table in frustration. Seriously? On a weekend? In this downpour? And he still wanted me to run to the next city? Wasn't my life worth anything? Irritated, I raked my fingers through my hair, picked up the phone again, and tried to appeal to Jason's conscience. "Boss, it's raining really hard. Is it big where you are? In rain like this, I definitely get soaked going out. Couldn't he cut me some slack and let me deliver it tomorrow?" After hitting send, I stared nervously at the screen. Jason was always cold and merciless at work. Would he even get my hint? Maybe I should have been more blunt. On second thought, forget it. I didn't want to get chewed out. I stared at my phone for 20 minutes before the screen finally lit up. Want to see? My mind filled with question marks. What did he mean? Did he want to send me a picture of the rain? Was that really necessary? What a snide jerk. Annoyed, I snapped back without fear. No need. "Mr. Jason, if it's really that heavy, I'm not going. My driving's not great." This time, Jason's reply came quickly. "So you like it small? What the hell? Who likes going out in the rain?" Jason was insane. The windows rattled under the pounding drops, rain pelting the glass like arrows. I angrily hammered at my screen. "If it's too heavy, I can't do it. With my driving, I'll get myself killed." "Don't exaggerate. Don't be scared. I'll be really careful." I actually laughed from sheer anger. "I'm the one driving. What good is it if you're careful? What's wrong with his brain?" This evil capitalist had a heart as black as coal. To think I used to have a crush on him. Hardly anyone at the company knew Jason had been my high school classmate. He was the school heartthrob, good grades, rich family, ridiculously handsome. Every time he stepped onto the basketball court, flocks of girls swarmed to watch. In his red jersey, his arms showed clean, defined muscle, veins popping whenever he strained. The ball sailed clean through the hoop, and Jason smirked as he high-fived his teammates. Smack. My heart skipped. The girls squealed, whispering, "Jason looks just like Rukawa Kaede." Rukawa was my favorite. So I wrote Jason a love letter. I picked out special stationery, even spritzed it with perfume. The next day, I deliberately swung by his class and saw the trash bin at the back overflowing with pink envelopes. My face went pale on the spot. My childhood friend Tony was sitting in the last row, munching on an apple. He noticed me staring at the pile of letters and asked curiously, "Isabel, what are you looking at? What's all that? Those?" Jason's tossed love letters. "Why do you look so sick?" Tony arched a sleazy eyebrow. "Oh, I get it. Yours is in there too, huh? Didn't think you, the model student, would be dating early." Tony raised his voice so loud, half the class turned to look. Mortified, I snapped. "Are you crazy? Who'd ever like Jason? I'm not interested in him at all." I spun around and bolted, only to crash right into someone's chest. Hard peck slammed against my nose, making it sting. Covering my face, I looked up sharp jawline, thin lips, dark almond eyes, full of arrogant defiance. Jason. My embarrassment shot through the roof. I dodged past him, face burning, and ran. My love letter Jason probably hadn't even read it before tossing it. I stayed miserable about it for a long time. But now, pure relief. Distance really does create beauty. Back in high school, his aloofness seemed cool. As my boss, it was just plain heartless. He always wore that stone face. King of passive-aggressive. When I first joined the company, my first project went poorly. My coworker and I kept pushing the report back and forth, neither daring to hand it in. Anna said, "Isabel, you should do it. Didn't you say you went to high school with Mr. Jason?" Carlos stomped his foot, his chair rolling between us. Dropping his voice, he warned, "Word of advice, Mr. Jason hates when people name drop." Our last apartment manager got fired, bawling at the office door, saying he and Mr. Jason had been doormates in college. Guess what Mr. Jason said? Anna's eyes widened. What? Carlos put on a frosty Jason-like glare, scanning us up and down before scoffing coldly. Never heard of him, and this is a company, not a class reunion. Security, get him out. Anna grimaced. Ugh, that's humiliating. Better not to say anything at all. In the end, I had no choice but to bring the report myself. Forcing a smile, I laid it on his desk, staring at my toes, not daring to look up. After what felt like an eternity, Jason's cool voice came from above. Isabel. I lifted my head, trying to squeeze out a smile. Mr. Jason, I really did my best on this report. His brows twitched. You don't recognize me? Great. Here it was the snide routine. I'd heard him say that exact line to our department manager. You don't recognize me? The manager had been stunned. Mr. Jason. You're Mr. Jason. Of course I recognize you. Jason gave a cold glance. If you do, then why are you handing me garbage like this? I didn't want to hear him call my hard work trash. Snatching the report back off his desk, I blurted, I know your standards are high, Mr. Jason. I'll take it back and revise. Jason's point of view. Isabel doesn't recognize me. How could she not? How could she possibly not know me? Watching her clutch the report and flee, I sighed deeply. My gaze dimmed, a bitter ache rising inside. Could a girl really fail to recognize someone she once liked? So that love letter in high school, was it all just a misunderstanding? I pulled open my drawer and took out a pink envelope. Its color had faded with age, like a memory long buried. Jason, look, that's Isabel from the class next door. She's here, watching you play again. Think she's into you. Following my classmate's gaze, I saw Isabel in the crowd, holding a bottle of water. Her skin glowed pale, her eyes clear as glassy water under a mist. Our eyes met, and something like a pinprick jolted through my chest, swelling into an unspoken rush. The ball arced across the bright blue sky, dropping neatly through the hoop. I high-fived my teammate, lips curling without thought. Did Isabel like me? The weather today was really, really nice. In this cursed weather, I should have been stretched out on my couch watching TV. Instead, I was nervously gripping the wheel, creeping down the highway. Rain hammered against the windows in sheets, the wipers thrashing furiously. My phone buzzed, and when I picked up, Anna's wail filled the cramped car. Isabel, I've got bad news. Brace yourself. Out with it. Anna swallowed hard, voice faltering. The contract, some of the key data's all wrong. What? I shrieked, and Anna rushed. We still have time. Let's fix it together. No one works till tomorrow. Don't yell at me yet. Too late. Jason told me to deliver it to City A today. I'm already nearly outside his hotel. Tears stung my eyes. So what do we do? Anna gasped. What? Tell him you got into a car accident. Are you insane? With Jason's personality, he'd just make me deliver another copy. What's the point? And what if he came to the hospital to check on me? I'd be screwed if he found out I lied. Jason might be ruthless at work, but his employee benefits were unbeatable. Last time a manager burned out after 3 days of overtime and landed in the hospital with a fever. Jason visited in person. Rumor was he gave him a hefty red envelope too. Anna said, Right, then distract him somehow. Distract him how? Hey, my signal's cutting. Hello? Hello? The call dropped, leaving me with only the busy tone. I pulled into the hotel parking lot, my mind blank with panic. What now? How the hell was I supposed to face Jason? Jason's point of view. I stared at my phone, brain frozen. Isabel's text. I knew every word, but strung together, they made no sense. Is it big where you are? Big? What's supposed to be big? Why would she suddenly ask me that? Was she messing with me? Just like in high school. When I got her love letter so thrilled I ran to find her, only to come back and hear her loudly telling Tony, "I'm not interested in Jason at all." Isabel shoved past me, bolting with her head turned. My chest felt like it had been shot, my face drained white. Tony clapped a hand on my shoulder, clicking his tongue. Why'd she need to stress that to me? Was she worried I'd misunderstand? Ah, so Isabel likes me. No wonder she always came to watch us play. I thought she was sneaking glances at you. Guess I, Tony, was selling myself short. He hadn't lowered his voice, some guys in class overheard, cracking up. Nice one, Tony. Snagging the school beauty from the next class. Come on, they're childhood sweethearts. Of course there's history. Childhood sweethearts. I had never hated those two words more. Tony and Isabel were neighbors in the same community. Knew each other since kindergarten. We sat together in class, and the two words I heard most from his mouth were Isabel. Isabel's so studious. Isabel's so sweet. Every neighbor praised her as the perfect kid. Who knows how many of us got scolded at home just from being compared to her. Don't be fooled, she can be vicious. Hits hard too, never holds back. Laughter erupted around us as Tony's face flushed crimson. The bell rang. We headed back to our seats. Tony nudged my elbow, whispering, "Hey, should I say yes to Isabel? She's hot, sure, but kinda scary." I'm nervous. Scary? With skin that pale, a smile that sweet. I couldn't picture Isabel baring fangs and snarling. Or maybe that side of her was reserved only for someone she liked? Tony opened his desk, swearing. Damn, more love letters again? Jason, can you put a name tag on your desk? People keep mixing us up. My chest twisted painfully. I grabbed my water bottle and gulped it down, bitterness spreading in my mouth no matter how hard I swallowed. So that love letter, Isabel's, had been meant for Tony all along. I should have given it to him, but I didn't. I was a despicable thief, stealing a piece of beauty that wasn't mine, treasuring it, keeping it safe, taking it out again and again to savor. For the 1,001st time, I pulled that letter from my bag, opening it. I saw the blot of water at the signature, ink bleeding into a dark smudge. XX, I love watching your basketball games, but when you're there, I can never focus, because I don't know whether to watch the ball or you. Isabel had handed me that letter on a rainy day. I loved the rain, loved how it washed away Tony's name, so I could pretend that smudge was Jason instead. Jason! Jason! What are you doing? Why won't you pick up? Tony's obnoxious voice rang through the phone. I held it away. What is it? Guess. Just spit it out. I'm busy. Tony! You're no fun. Anyway, I'm getting married next month, on the 8th. Tell Isabel too. Since you're both in Shanghai, you can drive over together. I'll treat you both to an all-nighter at the bar. Unease pricked my chest. Calling your ex to your wedding? Doesn't seem right. Tony blinked. What ex? Who? Isabel. Didn't you two date in college? I'd spent 4 years abroad with little contact back home. Once, scrolling through Tony's feed, I'd seen him post a picture, his arm around a girl. Their backs to the camera, long hair, green knit cardigan. Underneath, a white dress. A bare ankle peeking out, pale as porcelain. I'd seen Isabel wearing that cardigan in her own posts. I clicked her profile. She'd just updated her status. Best weekend ever. I stared at those words for a long time, then muted both her and Tony's posts. Whoever said Isabel and I were together bullshit. That still pisses me off. You don't know, back in college she humiliated me. I'd just posted a pic of my girlfriend. Isabel snarked. Wow, even a blockhead like you figured it out? I tried to comfort her, said, I know you like me. Don't be too upset. There's plenty of fish in the sea. She tore into me. Wouldn't stop cursing. That shrew yelled at me for 10 minutes straight, filthy as hell. So I fought back, told her she was just bitter, sour grapes. Guess what she said? My heart was in my throat. What? Tony snorted. She said she'd always liked you. Said you were 1,000 times hotter than me. What the hell? How insulting is that? Jason, you tell me, am I really that much worse than you? Tony kept rambling, but my mind exploded in a roar. My heart pounded, hands shaking as I hung up. After all these years, I finally had the guts to scroll through Tony's old feed. The photos showed a girl I didn't recognize. Thick brows, wide eyes, completely different from Isabel. I scrolled further, all the way back to sophomore year. Sure enough, it was always this girl. She was the girlfriend. So what about Isabel? I unblocked Isabel and opened her feed. Work to live, live to work. Workers rule the world. Why do I work so much overtime? My mom says it's because I'm single and have nothing better to do when I go home. Ha ha ha, she really nailed it. Another lonely, sleepless night. Thank God I have work to keep me company. Heh. The photo showed piles of documents and the glow of a computer screen. Lonely? Sleepless? So that's why she asked me if it was big. Was she trying to? I couldn't let my mind go there. My face flushed hot as I shakily picked up my phone to reply. Groaning, I shoved it into my pocket, popped open an umbrella, and stepped out of the car. Whatever. A knife to the neck is still a knife, just get it over with. Worst case, I'd get fired. 40 grand a month? It wasn't even that big a deal, I barely spent any of it. I was such a homebody anyway. What did I need a fat paycheck for? Money didn't mean much to me. But then again, Isabel? Stop being stubborn. That's 40 grand. Maybe if I begged Jason on my knees, he'd forgive me? Heart pounding, knees weak. I knocked on the door. Mr. Jason. The door flew open so fast it blurred. So fast, I wondered if Jason had been standing right behind it, waiting. I blinked. Jason was in a white bathrobe, his hair still wet, droplets sliding off the ends, his sharp features made even harsher by the damp. He looked like an iceberg in human form. Damn it. Did he already know about the contract? Had he been waiting at the door just to watch me die? My face drained of color as I hugged the folder tighter, tilting my chin up. Mr. Jason, please, go easy on me. Jason stared at me, eyes roiling with emotion. In the depths of those dark irises, I saw desire and expectation. Desire? Expectation? What a freak! Did he want nothing more than to chew me out and fire me? My eyes burned as I hunched my shoulders and trudged to the couch, laying the contract on the table. Mr. Jason, let me explain. Jason sat beside me, body taut, giving a soft, I forced the words out. This is my first time. Really. My first time screwing up this badly. He didn't have to fire me. It wasn't easy to train an employee, right? Give me a chance. Please, Mr. Jason. To my shock, Jason replied. Mine too. Huh? His first time firing someone? No way. Or did he mean it was his first time seeing an employee mess up this stupidly? Heart in my throat, I sneaked a look at his face, only to see his cheeks flaming red, even the tips of his ears flushed. Oh, crap. He was so mad his face turned red. In nearly 6 months at the company, I'd never seen Jason blush. His expression was always calm, even when angry, stone-faced, voice raised just a notch, and the whole office would quake. If he was red like this, how bad would the outburst be? I was doomed. My brain scrambled for a way to save myself. My eyes landed on a glass of iced cola on the table. Desperate, I picked it up and offered it to him. Mr. Jason, have a drink first. Cool down. Hesitant, Jason took it, sipped, then suddenly asked, Do you want some too? His tone had softened a bit. There was room to negotiate. I nodded eagerly. Yes, thank you, Mr. Jason. He stood, poured me a drink at the minibar, even added ice with care. I grabbed the glass and took a big gulp. A sharp burn hit my throat. Smoky, grassy. It was whiskey. I almost spat it out but swallowed hard, frowning, with Jason right beside me. He looked surprised at how easily I downed it. You like whiskey too? I forced a laugh, playing along. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. To prove it, I tossed back a few more gulps until the glass was empty. With both of us drinking, the tension in the room eased. Jason's body relaxed, sinking back into the couch, his robe falling open as he slouched. His collarbone and solid chest muscles showed. Jason was the type who looked slim in clothes but had a toned, muscular build underneath. Not too bulky, but lean and fit, with just the right thickness. Exactly my type. Back in high school, I drooled plenty watching his arms after basketball. Wait, what was I doing? Lust is a blade at your throat. Isabel, focus on saving your job. The storm outside hadn't let up. Rain pummeled the windows in heavy streams, the room growing cozier against the dark and noise outside. Bolstered by liquid courage, I shifted, leaning half playfully against Jason. Mr. Jason, I really know I messed up. Punish me, okay? Punish me, then you can't fire me. Sitting so close, I clearly saw his pupils contract. His Adam's apple bobbed hard as he rasped in shock. You like that? No kidding. Dock my pay if you must. It beat getting fired. Maybe this was working. Jason didn't respond well to force. He liked it soft. I batted my lashes, nodding sweetly. Give me a chance, please? Jason leaned in, his breath hot against my ear. You sure? My heart raced. The side of my body pressed against him went numb, bones tingling like ants crawling. His blush deepened. Want me to punish you? My dazed head nodded. Not too hard, though. I can't handle it if it's too much. I raised 3 fingers, testing. How about this number? Jason recoiled slightly, face burning, stammering. T 3 times? I nodded, then froze. Wait, no, I meant 3,000. Did he mishear? Was this CEO math? Did he think I meant 30,000? I'd starve to death. Panicked, I shifted to sit closer. But my pencil skirt was tight, the hem pinned under my thighs. When I moved, I lost balance and toppled right into Jason's arms. He caught me. I looked up, our eyes locking. In Jason's pupils, I saw my own reflection, Jason's point of view. Because of how she'd fallen, Isabel's white blouse stretched tight across her chest, buttons straining at the seams. Her long curls spilled down her back, cheeks flushed, the mix of innocence and temptation breathtaking. My self-control was snapping, but for our first time, I didn't want it rushed. Touching wasn't enough. I wanted to know what she'd been doing all these years. I wanted to know if that text was long planned, or a sudden whim. I leaned back, fists clenched, breath stuck, sweat beading my forehead. Isabel tilted her head. Mr. Jason, are you hot? Should I turn on the AC? No, Isabel. I have a question. I fixed my gaze on her. She immediately straightened. Yes, Mr. Jason. Do you like me? Like I've liked you from high school till now? Never changing? Then why? These 5 months. Did you pretend not to know me? And why send me that text today? Why today of all days? 1,000 questions swirled, but I settled on one. Why didn't you come find me before? Was it a misunderstanding, like mine? These damned misunderstandings. I had to clear them all away. Nothing would stand between us again. Isabel blinked, then ducked her head in shame. I didn't know before. I only realized today. Really, I didn't mean to hide it. I was just careless. Her answer floored me. Only realized today? Did she mean she'd been trying to forget me, pretending not to know me until today? When she finally acknowledged her feelings? A pang hit me, but joy drowned it out. Secret joy, bubbling up like air from deep water, bursting free, impossible to suppress. My smile broke loose. Isabel and I, our hearts were in sync. I loved rainy days. With the storm outside drumming on the windows, thoughts grew damp and endless. I'd stood by the window all day, missing her so fiercely I couldn't hold it in. So I made a call, found an excuse, and had the driver bring Isabel to me. I never thought Isabel would think the same as me. Mr. Jason. Mr. Jason? Her face full of worry. She nudged me with her elbow. God, that smile of mine must have looked terrifying. Was I mocking her? That she was so stupid she only now realized such a serious mistake. She must have thought I was still going to fire her. No way. I heard her soften her voice, whispering, "You said you'd punish me. Punish me. Then you can't fire me." My eyelids twitched. The smile faded, and I shifted my gaze away from her, my voice hoarse. "All right." She widened her eyes, holding her breath, waiting for me to name a number. Doc 3000? 5? Skin her alive? Please, don't let it be 10. Under her desperate gaze, I lifted my hand and reached out. Then warm, rough fingertips pressed against her earlobe. My thumb and forefinger pinched and rolled it gently. She looked like she'd been struck by lightning. Blank mind, while fine currents of electricity spread from her ear down her whole body. She trembled uncontrollably. What? What the hell was I doing? I leaned down, pressing her beneath me. My breath seared her ear. You have a red mole on your earlobe. I've wanted to do this since 10 years ago. 10 years ago? She's 27 now. Back then she was 17. A junior. Underage. But that wasn't the point. The point was, what were we doing? What did I mean by this? Was this me trying to sleep with her by force? My lips closed over her earlobe, nibbling softly, then traced down her jawline until I found her lips. The instant our mouths met, I let out a satisfied breath. Her heart pounded, scalp tingling, ears buzzing, hands going numb under mine. Everywhere I touched her burned with fire and sparks, her body shuddering beyond control. Her brain screamed alarms. This was wrong. She should push me away. But her body wouldn't listen. Her arms looped around my neck. Her brain, "Hey, what are you doing? You should slap him, not hug him." Her waist arched on its own, pressing her chest against me, offering herself up. Her brain, "And you, stop it, shameless waste. Quit writhing." She moaned and panted, matching my movements, even lifting her leg. Her brain, "Traitors, all of you, what the hell's going on?" My hands gripped her waist hard, like I wanted to crush her into me. "Isabel, I really, really like you." Her brain, "Huh? What? Hate it like me? Forget it, I quit." Not a single part of her obeyed her thoughts. Even her mind was under my control now. She yielded, utterly lost, forgetting everything. You really can't fool yourself. Love someone for years, never say it, and it still leaks out somewhere else. Outside, the storm finally passed, clouds scattering. She collapsed into sleep. She had never worked so hard in her life. Every cell in her body was spent. When she opened her eyes again, night had fallen. Her phone buzzed endlessly on the nightstand. "Groggy," she answered on speaker. "Hello," her raspy, broken voice startled the caller. "Isabel, what happened to your throat?" Cough. "It's nothing, Anna. Jason scared you, didn't he? Wasn't he ruthless? Just thinking about it terrifies me." So, how did it end? The arm around her waist tightened suddenly. She froze. Then panic shot through her. Anna kept rambling cluelessly. "So, how much did he dock you? 3,000? 10? Don't tell me he fired you." "No way. Jason can't be that cold, right? If it comes to that, just seduce him. Seriously, with that face of his, you wouldn't lose out." "But wait, I thought you said he doesn't even like women. You told me once he's probably gay. By the way, why'd you say that? Did he show signs back in high school?" "Shut up!" Terrified, she hung up. Jason rolled on top of her, eyes dark, jaw clenched. "Jason? Gay? Ha! Just a joke, let me explain." She cupped his face. His expression stayed rigid. Go on. Go on, what the hell could she even explain? Under his ice-cold stare, her mind froze. Seeing him about to press harder, she jerked up and sealed his mouth with hers. Yes, kiss him, stall, distract him. She hadn't expected that kiss to turn into another fierce battle. Soon she was defeated again. Defenses gone, letting him in completely. When she woke, her stomach growled loudly. Jason still slept. She grabbed her phone off the floor, 6 a.m. Dawn creeping in. Anna had spammed her with messages. I fixed the contract, even begged finance to stamp it. Try pleading with Mr. Jason again. Her eyes flicked to the contract on the table. Bright idea, Isabel. Last night's accident had bought her time, stopping Jason from working. Now she could slip the contract back, tweak it, and pretend nothing had happened. She threw on her crumpled clothes, only to find a button missing at the chest. Impossible to wear. After searching the room, she found Jason's diamond tie pin, fastening it over the gap. On tiptoe, she crept out. Racing back to Shanghai, she retrieved the contract. After changing at home, she stared blankly at her reflection. In the heat, she'd chosen a strappy dress. Her bare skin from neck to chest was covered in red marks. Her face flushed again. She'd actually slept with Jason. How the hell was she supposed to face him at work now? She didn't even want to deliver the contract. As she hesitated, the company driver Jack called. Miss Isabel, I'm so sorry. Yesterday, Mr. Jason asked me to drive you to City A, but I was drunk and said yes, then passed out. I really screwed you over. Jason's gonna kill me. Sweetness flickered in her heart. Jason wasn't as cold as she thought. He'd arranged a ride for her. It's fine. Didn't affect anything. I drove myself. Just come get this contract now and take it to City A. And don't mention yesterday I didn't tell Mr. Jason. When the contract was gone, a weight lifted. She couldn't help but admire herself. Such a serious screw-up, solved perfectly. Isabel, you genius. As for last night, nothing happened. Jason might be wild in bed, but he could handle it. Adults, after all. No big deal. With her pep talk done, she headed to work the next morning, refreshed and energetic. The good mood lasted only till afternoon, when the team leader got a call and turned pale as death. It's over. Mr. Jason's contract fell through. The client said one of the projects wasn't revised to their specs. That project was ours. Go, go, go. Everyone, move. At the manager's command, the office erupted in frantic typing. She pulled up the contract and froze. The key section had been hers. Manager Larry. The exhibition hall part, I swear. I'd revised it to the client's specs. Why was the contract changed again? Manager Larry pushed his glasses up, the lenses flashing coldly. What do you mean again? You just didn't revise it right the first time. Didn't you read it before signing? Isabel, you graduated from a top university. How can you be this sloppy? When Mr. Jason gets here, you can explain it yourself. My face drained. Of course I saw it now. Larry was pushing me out as the scapegoat. Everyone handled a section, then sent them to him for compilation. I'd sent him 2 versions, but he'd used my first draft. Now he wanted to dump the mistake on me, and yet he wasn't wrong either. I had signed off before delivering it, but I'd been too rattled to check carefully. I could only accept it. When Jason returned, he immediately called a department meeting. Everyone sat stiff and silent, heads bowed, as Jason scolded us. Who did the exhibition hall section? Larry jumped up, pointing straight at me. Isabel did. Mr. Jason, I'll make sure to give her a severe warning. Seeing me shrink like a quail, Jason's lips twitched, then flattened again. No need. Larry, so you mean fire her directly? All right then. Isabel's been here almost 6 months and can still make such a serious mistake. I'll have HR process her dismissal. Anna pleaded. Mr. Jason, please give her another chance. Her work has always been excellent. There must be a reason this time. She tugged my sleeve, signaling with her eyes. Jason's black gaze locked onto me, his hand braced on the table, a flick of his wrist. Out. Anna's mouth pouted instantly. Larry sighed. Isabel, go. Pack your things. My face fell. What? Put his pants back on and pretend nothing happened. Heartless bastard. Damn capitalist. Larry reached to push me out, but I stood frozen, scrambling for a plea. Jason raised his voice. Isabel stays. Everyone else out. Anna shot me a good luck look. Everyone grabbed their laptops and left. Larry even brown-nosed enough to close the door behind them. Isabel, come here. Jason's face was hard. My palms dug into themselves nervously as I shuffled over. Heartless dog of a man. As I reached him, about to speak, he suddenly yanked me. I stumbled, landing on his solid lap. His arm wrapped my waist tight. Did you miss me? Me. Huh? Yesterday I was tied up with contract talks all day. No signal in the mountains. I didn't mean to ignore you. His warm hand brushed my cheek, tucking stray hair behind my ear. One hand pressed my waist closer as he bent down and kissed me. Isabel, I missed you so much. My brain turned to mush, writhing in his arms. Mr. Jason, the contract. Doesn't matter. Shh, don't move. We're at the office. Oh, so he did know we were at work? When I finally left his office, my cheeks were red and my lips swollen. Anna gaped. You've been crying, your face is so red. So? Did Mr. Jason soften up? I shook my head blankly. Not soft. Hard as hell, my butt still hurt. Anna looked ready to bawl. So you're really getting fired? I don't think so. Jason didn't fire me. Instead, Manager Larry got transferred to City A. His rank stayed, but it was basically a demotion. Only then did I realize Jason was venting on my behalf. Wasn't it supposed to be a one-night stand? Wasn't he mixing business and pleasure a little too much? Like a horny puppy, seizing every chance to touch me? Anytime we were alone in his office, I'd end up on his lap. Did I not deserve my own chair? I couldn't make sense of it. Another weekend, Jason drove me back to Hangzhou for Tony's wedding. On the way, he suddenly brought up how Tony's girlfriend had a green sweater, same as one I'd worn in college. I sipped milk tea in the passenger seat and nodded. Yeah, Tony even asked me for the link. His girlfriend's taste is pretty good, same as mine. Just sucks at picking men. I mean, she chose Tony. Jason chuckled. So that's how it was? His smile soured. All because of a sweater I wasted all these years. He shook his head the rest of the ride, sighing at who knows what. The wedding wasn't till tomorrow, but tonight Tony gathered our old classmates. Jason and I walked into the private room, and suddenly his hand was on my shoulder. My face burned. Was he insane? With our ambiguous relationship, what would people think? Sure enough, jaws dropped all around. Tony blurted, "Holy shit. You two?" Jason nodded, smug. "Everyone, meet my girlfriend Isabel." Tony? No way. You two showed no signs back in high school. Laughter erupted. No signs? Are you blind? Isabel went to every game Jason played. Yeah, and Jason's crush was obvious. His eyes were like spotlights, couldn't take them off her. I thought you guys got together in college. Why only now? Tony shook his head. You're behind schedule. Better catch up. His girlfriend laughed too. Isabel, since you sent me all those shopping links, I'll save you my bouquet. Under the table, Jason gripped my hand tightly, grinning ear to ear. Thanks. I appreciate it. Later, tipsy in the hotel elevator, I shook free. Everyone's gone. You can drop the act. Jason blinked. What act? Acting like we're a couple. Why are we doing this? His eyes narrowed dangerously, jaw tense. Say that again. We're acting like a couple? He stepped closer, pinning me to the corner. What are we, in your mind? I'd never seen him so furious, his dark eyes blazing. As if one wrong answer and he'd strangle me. Cold sweat broke down my back. Alcohol fading fast. I braced myself. One-night stand co-workers. Perfect. Wrong answer. His eyes flashed murder as his hand clamped my chin. One-night stand? Then what have we been doing this past month? Faced with life and death, my mind suddenly sharpened. Every detail lined up. Jason saying he liked me. Jason sleeping with me. Jason texting me good morning and good night, asking about my meals. Jason publicly declaring to classmates that I was his girlfriend. Did Jason really think we were dating? I'd never dated before. Wasn't there supposed to be an official confession? Like, be my girlfriend? And I'd say yes? We'd skip that part. Did this still count? Well, dating Jason didn't sound so bad. Still, I was rattled and cowardly. His glare sharpened then. Ding! The elevator doors opened, and strangers stepped in. Inspiration struck. My hand slid down his chest to his abs. I pinched lightly. "Mr. Jason," I drawled, batting my lashes. "Don't your wife might find out." Gasps all around. Jason's face flushed scarlet. As soon as the doors opened, he dragged me out. Behind us, whispers followed. "Even guys like him cheat? Men are all trash." I doubled over, laughing, while Jason scowled, brows knit tight. "Isabel, explain. Just now. Roleplay. Don't you want to play along?" I would never admit what I'd really been thinking. Thank God for all the trashy novels I'd read. That excuse rolled right off my tongue. Flawless. "Fine. I'll play." Jason stared at me, tore off his tie, shut the door tight. The room drowned in heat. Much later, lying together watching TV, we laughed over all the misunderstandings. Jason sighed. "I was such an idiot. Wasting years like that. If you hadn't taken the initiative, then... Wait, wasn't it you?" I sat up. Serious. "You touched my ear first. You were the one lusting after me." Jason froze. "Didn't you send the text?" I blinked. "What text?" "I just asked if the rain was heavy. Whether to deliver tomorrow. Strictly business." How was that me taking initiative? Jason arched a brow, eyes dark with something unreadable. Then he smirked, reaching for my ear again. Then it was me. "Isabel, thank you. Thank you for that failed text. Thank you for staying in place all these years, waiting. Thank you for giving me a chance to make up for it." The words might have been casual, but the love behind them was real.